Hello guys, this is Avesh Krishna and welcome to my channel क्वार्टरबैक गाइड एजुकेशन। आज का टॉपिक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टेड है। हार्ट, जैसा कि आपको डायग्राम शो हो रहा है, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक। कीप watching this. Okay, so this is structure of heart. What is heart? Basically, the heart is hollow muscular pump which lies in the middle mediastinum. On its surface, it has several distinctive features which are the anatomical and the clinical importance. In this article, we shall look at the surface of anatomy of the heart and discuss the clinical relevance of these features. Okay, so फर्स्ट आप हम डिस्कस करेंगे हार्ट की एनाटमी एंड फिजियोलॉजी। फर्स्ट एनाटमी आपका एक जनरल एनाटमी बताएंगे हार्ट की और एक फिजियोलॉजिकल एनाटमी के डिस्कस करेंगे। तो बेसिकली जनरल एनाटमी हम बात करेंगे 7 पॉइंट्स में, बॉर्डर एंड सरफेस ऑफ हार्ट, एंड सेकेंड इज चैम्बर ऑफ हार्ट, थर्ड इज great vessels of the heart, and fourth is conducting system of the heart, and fifth is heart wall, and sixth is vasculature of the heart, and seventh is wall of the heart. So that the all topic of related to heart will covered. Okay, first we discuss the important topic, the surface and border of the earth. The orientation and surface. The heart has been described by the many texts as a pyramidal, which has the fallen over. Okay, the apex of pyramid point in the interior and inferior direction, and you can link this is anterior position. Okay, in this in its typical anatomical orientation, the heart. The heart has been 5 surface formed by the different internal division of the heart. This is anterior surface, and this posterior surface, lateral surface, medial surface, and superior, then its inferior surface. Okay, so divisional part, the anterior, or also known as the anterior is also known as sternocostal surface. Okay, in this surface, the mostly the right ventricles seen. Okay, and the posterior surface is known as the base. Okay, the left and right ventricles show on this surface, and the right pulmonary surface lateral is the right pulmonary surface with the right atrium, and left pulmonary surface is the medial surface, you can say the left ventricle. Okay, what was the border and the superior and inferior surface as well. Okay, the border separating the surface of heart are its 4 main borders of the heart: right border, left border. Okay, I mean, right border is the right atrium, left border is left ventricle, inferior border you can say, or left border left ventricle with the some of the left atrium, and the superior border is the right and left atrium with the great vessels. This is the great vessels. Okay, and next we discuss about the sulcus of the heart. The heart is a hollow structure on the anterior surface. It is divided into the 4 chambers. You know that the right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, and left ventricle. And these division created a grooves on the surface of heart, and these are known as sulci. Okay, these are sulci. And the coronary sulcus, the first is coronary sulcus, or the atrioventricular groove. It runs transversely around the heart in the represented the wall connecting dividing the from the ventricles and these sinuses contains important vascular as the right coronary artery. You can also see these are the coronary circles, okay, and the anterior and posterior circles. This is anterior and interventricular. This is anterior and interventricular. These are the coronary, okay. Anterior and interventricular, or you can say anterior and posterior circles. These are anterior and interventricular circles, and these are the posterior interventricular, okay. And these sulci can be found run vertically on the respective side of the heart, and they represent the wall separating the ventricles, okay. The pericardium sulcus. Let's come on the pericardium sulcus, okay. This pulmonary trunk, this arch aorta, okay, right atrium, the pericardium sulcus are not the same as the anatomical sinus such as the paranasal sinus. They are the pass away from the unique way in which the pericardium folds around the great vessels, okay. The oblique features not very important, and the oblique pericardial, these are the okay. I'm coming to the oblique pericardial. I'm going to discuss about the oblique pericardial. The oblique pericardial is a blind ending pathway. This is the blind ending pathway, which is just located on the posterior surface of the heart. The posterior surface of heart, okay, posterior surface of the heart, there is a sulcus condysi, the great vessels, inferior vena cava, okay. There is not showing, but transverse pericardial sinuses, okay. What is the relevance of the transverse pericardial sinus? These are located transverse pericardium sinus with the anterior posterior according to the pulmonary trunk and arch of aorta. There is shown on there, okay. So we discuss later. Next, come on to the topic, the chambers of the heart. There is two atrium and two ventricle, okay. Two arteria is right and left arteria, which can you see this right arteria, and this is left arteria. This is right ventricle and that is left ventricle, okay. The blood running of the heart enters the right atrium or atrium. The running whole blood enters in the atrium and passes pumped into the ventricles from the left ventricle. The blood passes into aorta, enters the systemic circulation from the right, and enters the pulmonary circulation via pulmonary artery, okay. So there is a special connection with pulmonary artery, okay, and pulmonary vein. Superior vena cava. This is pulmonary artery, okay. So in this article we shall look the anatomy of the heart, not the just suction man. So arteria. First, I'm discuss about the right atrium, then left atrium, and the right ventricle and left ventricle. The right atrium are this anterior position. You can see this right atrium. Okay, this right atrium. The right atrium receives the deoxygenated blood from the superior and inferior vena cava, and superior and inferior vena cava. Superior this is, and this is inferior vena cava, and this both vena cava it pumps into the blood through the right atrioventricular orifice, which is guarded by tricuspid into the right ventricle. Okay, and in the additional anatomical position of the right atrium from the right border of the heart extending from the anteromedial portion of the chamber is the right auricular. But the muscular pouch this muscular pouch act as the increase the capacity of the atrium. Okay, and the inferior surface of the right atrium can be divided into two parts, each with distinct embryological origin, and these are the part of separated by the muscular structure. There is a muscular structure. This can be divided. Okay, come on. This structure muscular structure crista terminalis. Okay, there is crista terminalis. Yes. There is no written crista terminalis. No. Okay, no problem. Sinus ventrum, anterior proper, coronary sinus. Okay. Next, anterior interseptal. Interarterial septal divided the muscular wall of the separate its right and left atrium. This found between the atrium and the septal wall in the right atrium is made by the small oval shaped depression called the fossa ovalis in inner side. Okay, हम यहाँ पे नहीं दिखा सकते, अंदर से है fossa ovalis. Okay, and there is also remnant of foramen ovale in the fetal heart, which allow right to left shunting of the blood bypass the lungs and the close once the newborn take first breath. Okay, what is the clinical feature of this arterial septal? An arterial septal defect is an abnormal opening in the arterial interarterial septum persistent after birth, the most common site of the foramen ovale, and this is known as the patent foramen ovale. In the adult, left atrium pressure is usually greater than that of right atrium, so the blood is shunted through the opening from the left to right. In the large septal defect, this can cause right ventricular overload, so that it will lead to pulmonary hypertension, right ventricular hypertrophy, and these are ultimately goes to right heart failure. Okay, and its definitive treatment is closure of the defect by the surgical or the transcatheter close. Okay, and come on the left atrium. This all about right atrium. Okay, next come on the left atrium. Left atrium are the it's receive oxygenated blood from the four pulmonary veins and pumps it in the left atrioventricular orifice, and which is guarded by mitral wall or bicuspid wall into the left ventricle. The anatomical position of left atrium is from the posterior border of the heart. The left auricular extended from the superior aspect of the chamber, overlapping the root of pulmonary trunk. Okay, the inferior surface of the left atrium can be divided into the part, and for each part parts, each or the distinctive embryological origin. Okay. Okay, this now come on the ventricles. This is right ventricle. The right ventricle, the ventricles are left and right, which receive blood from atrium. Its outflow and the aorta and pulmonary artery, respectively. The right ventricle receives the deoxygenated blood from the right atrium and pump it through the pulmonary orifice, which is guarded by pulmonary valves into the pulmonary artery, and it is triangular shaped and forms the majority of the anterior border of the heart. The right ventricle can be divided into inflow and the outflow portion, which are the separated by muscular ridge, is known as supraventricular crest. Okay, supraventricular crest. Okay, the inflow portion, inferior of the flow, right ventricle is covered by the series of irregular muscular evolution by the thrivascular cornea, and they gives the ventricular sponge like the appearance and can be grouped into the three main types. Okay, the ridge, breeze, and the pillars, the tricuspid wall. The outflow portion pulmonary artery is located in the superior aspect of the ventricles. Okay, and it is divided into the embryological bulbous cordis. Okay, and the interventricular septum is also the most important on there. These interventricular sulcus or septum in the inner side will separate the two ventricles and is composed of superior membranous part and inferior muscular part. Okay, now come on to the left ventricle. Left ventricle is also receives the oxygenated blood from the left atrium. This is the left ventricle. Okay, and it pumps into the aorta. Okay, and the clinical feature of these are the tetralogy of the float is the in the cyanotic congenital heart disease comprising four abnormalities as the result of single development defect, and the four abnormalities are ventricular septal defect or overreading aorta. This is where the aorta is positioned directly over the VHD, and pulmonary valves, stenosis, ventricular hypertrophy. This is the four anomalies. Okay, now move the great vessels of the heart. The great vessels of heart functionally carry blood and forms the heart as it pumps located largely within the middle mediasternum. In the article, we will consider the structure and the abnormality relationship the aorta, pulmonary artery and veins, superior, inferior vena cava. The aorta is the largest. These are the aorta, aortic and ascending aorta, descending aorta. Okay. Actually, the aorta is the largest artery in the body. It carries oxygenated blood, which pumped by the left side of the heart to rest of the body. And the aorta arises from the aortic orifice at the base of left ventricle with the inflow via artery aortic wall. The first segment is known as ascending aorta. The first segment is known as ascending aorta, and which is lies the superior okay, anterior surface, and after that it descends down, which is known as descending aorta, which is within the pericardium, which covers the visceral layer. Okay, there is three part originate to the arch of aorta. This is a brachiocephalic trunk and left common carotid artery and left subclavian artery. These three part originate to aorta, arch of aorta. Okay, what is the clinical feature of aortic? Aortic dissection refers to the tear in the inner wall of the aorta, and the tear creates two channels of the blood flow. One is the normal lumen of the aorta, and another into the wall where the blood becomes stationary. Yeah. Okay, aortic neurism is also another defect. Pulmonary artery, comes on the pulmonary artery, pulmonary trunk. Okay, this is pulmonary artery. Pulmonary trunk divided into pulmonary artery, right and left pulmonary artery. The right pulmonary artery or left pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery are receive the oxygenated blood from the right ventricle and deliver it into the lungs for the gas exchange take place. Okay, the artery begin as a pulmonary trunk, a thick and short vessels within the separate from the right ventricle by the pulmonary walls. The trunk is located anatomically and the medial to the site of atrium. Okay. Okay, now come on in the pulmonary vein. Where is pulmonary vein? You don't know? Okay. These are pulmonary vein, but the name is not so. Don't worry. समझा देते हैं बाकी आप समझिए. Pulmonary vein receives oxygenated blood from the lungs delivered into the left side of the heart to the pump back around the body. And these are the four pulmonary veins with the one superior and one inferior for each lungs. They are enters the pericardium to the drain into the superior left atrium on the posterior surface, and these oblique pericardial sinus can be founded within the pericardium between the left and right veins. So these are pulmonary veins. Superior vena cava, you also you can see this is superior vena cava. Superior vena cava receives deoxygenated blood from the upper body. You can say superior to the diaphragm or exhaling to the lungs and heart and deliver into the right atrium. It forms the merging of the brachiocephalic vein traveling into the inferiorly through the thoracic region and thoracic region. Okay, as the superior vena cava makes the descent into the in location right side of the superior medial sternum. Okay, now in inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava receive deoxygenated blood from the lower body. All structure inferior to the diaphragm. You can also see it delivered. It delivered the blood back to the heart. Okay, it delivered the blood back to the heart, and it initially formed the pelvic by the common iliac vein, which is going together and it travels to the abdomen and collecting blood from the hepatic, luminal, lumbar, gonadal, renal, phrenic, all type of vein in lower part of the body. Okay, now comes the topic conducting system of the heart. The cardiac conducting system is the collection of nodes and the specialized conduction cells, and that initiate the coordination conducting of the heart muscles, and it consists of several items. You can say sinoatrial node, atrioventricular bundle, which is bundle of his, and Purkinje fiber. Okay, overview of the heart conducting. Uh, the sequence of the heart during one full contraction of the heart muscle and excitation signals and action potential can be created in the SA node, and the way excitement goes to atria, causing them to contract upon the reaching the AV node, and signals delayed, which is delayed to the conducting into the bundle of his and down interventricular septum. Here the bundle of his and the Purkinje fibers spread the wave impulse along the ventriculus, causing them to contract. We will now discuss the anatomy and visual component of involved in the conducting system. The component sinoatrial node, SA nodes, sinoatrial node, and AV node, bundle of his and Purkinje fiber. Okay, what is the significance of artificial or clinical basis by artificial pacemaker? An artificial pacemaker is a small electrical device commonly fitted into the monitor type and is correct heart rate and rhythm. It is the insert into the chest under the left clavicle with the wire connect to the heart via venous system. The most common indication for the pacemaker is brachycardia. Once inserted, the pacemaker monitor the heart rate and only fires is in the rate become to be slow, and pacemaker can also be used to treat some tachycardia, certain type of heart block, and other rhythmic abnormalities. Okay, these are the special feature. Next we discuss another slide. Thanks a lot.